a hurricane or a natural disaster. We do have a park protection plan in place. And within that protection plan, depending on what type of event it is, we have certain procedures. So in the instance of a tropical storm or a hurricane, it all depends on if it's a watch or a warning as to what actions we go through. And definitely the hurricanes are more serious than the tropical storms, and more stuff has to be set into place for a hurricane than a tropical storm, both in which we do evacuate the park. So the plan does help us stay organized. We are used to these disasters here in South Florida, so unless it was your first day on the job, you really wouldn't know. But the plan is in writing, so it really gives us no questions. You know, if you're unsure of something, you go to the plan, you look, there it is. What else is there's also time frames and trigger points. So that, you know, we don't act unless we get past a certain trigger point, and then we can go to line B. Follow the action until the next trigger point, then you move to C. So when preparing for the storm, the management will essentially have a staff meeting. We all come together, we review our plan, what's going to happen and when. During that time, we cover our communications, who's going to be where, what our personal plans are, and then our after action plan. What are we going to do post-storm? So we cover that, and then when we're reviewing our in-house plans, management will then just delegate different tasks to different people. These 3 things will go to this person, these 3 things will go to this person, you two work together. That's all in preparation. Post-event, kind of the same thing. We'll brief, this is what's happening, and then divide in the groups. The management will remain management during that and oversee individual projects within the park. Even though it's one big recovery, there's many different individual projects going on that the management will oversee and delegate. And then the management's also the communication with the rest of the hierarchy up through the state process. We have a limited budget per park, and we do track during these natural disasters everything that we do that is related to the disaster, and that money can get used in a separate fund instead of actually draining the park's allotted funding. Some parks get more money than others and may be able to cover the cost. For us, every gallon of gas, chainsaw, man-hour, vehicle, all of that gets recorded, and any maintenance fees, upkeep that would be used during that time, there's a special disaster fund that would be used for that instead of using the park's general budget, normal operating budget.